Good boys. What's up, Bob? What's up, brother? What's good, Roddy? Roddy, Roddy. What up? What? Good, Lori. Good, Osama. Arthur. Elian, what's up, brother? BG. Appreciate you coming through again, as always. Fasha. Pretty cool name. Good, brother. Good, Bella. Yeah, day 81. Today's day 81. Yeah, today is day 81. Alright, alright. I see it's slowly progressing. It's good. What's good, NW? How's it going? It's going good, bro. I'm really sore. Not gonna lie, I'm really sore. I am personally bullish, but we'll cover why and everything later. Already day three time. We're 3% of the way done. But it's also not linear because we're gonna have weekends. Good Rogers, good Thomas. It's good arrows. Christ, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Yeah, I just saw it, bro. Bro, that's so freaking amazing, bro. Like that's so amazing. Like everything is perfectly organized. You good, Mud? What's good, 76? I'm good, brother. I'm doing great. How about you? I'm good. I'm good. I didn't play as good as I wanted to yesterday. If anyone cares about my basketball experience. Yesterday was game two. We won, which is good. I like winning. I was more focused on winning, so like I feel like part of me wasn't as aggressive because I wanted to like how many points. We don't want to talk about the numbers, bro. It's not always about the numbers. It's not always about whether you profit or like you're green or red. You know, I had the exact same stat line, guys. I had four shots and I went 1 for 4. No, I didn't get zero. I didn't get zero. I got two again. I will not let myself get zero, bro. I went 1 for 4 again, but this time it's worse because I missed two. Like they weren't layups, but they were like close shot floaters. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like it was like close shot floaters. Bro, I don't know what it is. Like I'm just not that aggressive, bro. Not like I used to be. But let me tell you guys, bro. Like I'm gonna go back in my prime. I swear to you, I'm going to go back in my prime. Like I actually wanna. I'm gonna start grinding again. I need confidence. I do need confidence, but I feel rusty. You know, like I feel like just not as explosive as I once was. You know, that getting tired was also a big issue. How tall are you? I'm 5'11". Like I'm not the short. Like I'm a like in the league. I'm a tall guard. I'm a pretty tall guard, I would say. Um, Until getting old. I'm 22, bro. I'm gonna enter my prime, bro. I just gotta lock in a little bit. Mind you, bro. When I was in my prime, I was like playing basketball like 3 times a day. Like literally, like we had morning practice. Bro, back in my prime, I had morning practice for high school, and then I had one-on-one training right after school, and then usually I had like rep practice as well, or rep practice. Like, I was primed, bro. I was primed. Now I'm like, I feel rusty, bro. You play S tier, like I'm rotating between the two. I would prefer to play shooting guard. I would prefer to play shooting guard. You know who I think I like playing like? I don't like how Desmond Bain plays, but I low-key play like Desmond Bain. What's good, Cameron? But yo, we won and I played good. I played really good defense. I feel like I facilitated the defense. I honestly think maybe I'm just hella like greedy, but I low-key think me facilitating the defense won us like played a big role in us winning, bro. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. The field goal percentages were 25% both games, bro. I'm 1 for 4 both games. I only shot 4 times. And I did miss 2 close shots. Listen, but no, next week, guys, next week, at least 4 points. At least six. At least six. If I don't get 6 points next game, I'm giving away a 250K account. So how was the game? It was a good game. It was a great game. If you keep it up like that, they won't pass the ball to you again. No, the thing is, my team actually likes me with the ball. But you guys have to keep in mind, too. You guys have to keep in mind, these games are not high-scoring games. Like, we're not dropping, like, 80, 90 points. They're 2 20-minute halves, and it's run time. So, like, I'm only probably playing, like, let's say 20 minutes. Maybe, like, the average team score is, like, between 40 and 60. We scored, I think, 45 that game. So, it's not like, like, it's not like that. It's not like we're playing quarters and it's stop time. That's way different. It's so like we have way more possessions. It's just 2 20-minute halves, and it's run time. So it's not. Like realistically in a real game, I probably would have shot like 8 shots, maybe 10 shots. You also have to keep in mind I'm getting tired. I'm getting 1 point every 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess 2 points every 20 minutes. But it's one basket every 20 minutes is what I'm averaging right now. I mean, less actually. But a lot of it is stamina. Yeah, you're right, Dragos. A lot of it is stamina. Like sometimes I only have stamina. I play defense hard. I don't have stamina to then beat my man, grab to the paint, and then make a good play. Like puffing and puffing. Shit. Yep, those are Asia and London boxes. Anyway, let's talk about the charts instead of basketball. Unless someone wants to talk ball. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start trading, and I also think if I have the determination to get better in basketball again, which I don't think I need to get better. What I need to do is unrust, because I know I'm better. Like I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but like you're good. Like like yeah. I'm sure some of you know what I'm saying. Um, no, what happened with Cooper? Oh, just watching him play. I didn't watch. No. But what I was gonna say was I just need to like unrust. I just need to put up more shots, go to the gym, play some basketball at the gym, work on my hips. My hips are like so rusty. Yeah, Bronny didn't do bad. I saw that. I saw the highlights. I'm 5'11". What's good, Kiss Bay? How was the game? Game was good. I would literally just finished talking about it. It was good. I wish I was still more aggressive. I still got pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty rusty. But I'm gonna start I'm into my prime. Don't worry, guys. W40 helps for rest. Start drinking it? That's crazy, bro. Scored? Yeah, I scored, bro. I scored, bro. Of course I scored. Bro, me get 0 points? Crazy. Could never get 0. I got 2 again. I shot the exact same. I went 1 for 4. I shot 4 shots and I scored 1 time. And I missed 2 close shots. So realistically, I probably should have had 4. Because those would have been easy buckets. 25% win rate. I actually touched the ball quite a bit. I just I don't just commit. The thing is, this is another thing. It's not like I'm not getting open looks. Like if I really wanted to, the way that I play basketball, I usually beat my guy, and I prefer to do something in the mid range. So either I'm gonna pull up, like I'm gonna make a move. Once I beat my guy, I'm gonna make a move right there usually. Sometimes I'll go to the lane, but more times than not, if there's help defense, I'm gonna look for like a pull-up mid-range shot or something like that. And I kept beating my guy, but except instead of pulling up mid-range or like a little mid-range fadeaway or little floater or something, I would just make the next pass, and I would just like it worked. Like I did good. It's not like I wasn't making an impact offensively. I just wasn't taking the shot. I just kept making the pass. I guess it's a confidence thing. I think it's also a rusty thing. Like I don't feel smooth. Like I don't feel like my steps are smooth. Like it's hard to explain unless you play basketball. But like I'm beating my guy, and I'm taking my steps, and I'm like my steps are off. Like I'm not in that rhythm that I used to be when I was like playing rep and shit. Like the step is off. You know, like my stance is off a little bit. So I think it's just like a repetition. It's like a rust thing. I mean, I'm not balling in the zone, bro. I'm not balling in the zone. That's funny. But it was a good game, man. We won, and if we win, hopefully we win next week. I got a whole season. We got one game every week until playoffs. Yeah, the footwork is off. My footwork is off. I literally need to go just get my footwork down. Like I traveled, bro. I traveled today. I don't remember what happened. I think I got bumped, and then like I was like kind of forced to take a step. But I haven't traveled in like a really long time. You got a vid for us? It's not up yet. Anyways, let's talk about the charts, guys. Let's talk about the charts. First things first, it's a no news Friday. So there's a chance that like it's pretty bad. So no one should be surprised if today's a really bad day. That's one. Two, I am not gonna short this far down, um, unless we get up here. The way I want to trade this is I want to look for longs to target midnight open, London equal highs. Does it mean I'm like really confidently bullish? No, but it means like the way this formed means I don't want to take shorts. I think shorts are lower probability unless we get something like this and then we break down again. Then we may get something like this to Asia low or this low or maybe even the weekly bullish for value gap high. I think those are all objectives potentially, but I'm personally not convinced that we're going to distribute lower. I think we stay more range bound today. Like I'm not expecting a large, like I'm not expecting like a big move like that. You know, I'm more expecting like maybe like, and that's the whole session. Like I'm thinking it's gonna be nothing crazy. So in that case, you know, I just want to take a move from discount to premium. See if we can get. I need to like what I need to start doing is accepting 1R in the morning too. Like we go into the day, and this is a mistake of mine that I journaled. We're going into the day. I understand there's no news. I understand it's probably gonna range. There's no clear bias. And then when I take trades, I'm looking for like shorts like this. Like, bro, it's not the day. It's not the right day to hit it like a really good trade, you know? So you got to be sometimes just accepting of taking less risk to reward. TGIF, I would not look for TGIF today. It would have to take out at least previous day's high or weekly high. There isn't even the weekly candle didn't even really expand this week, so it's definitely no TGIF. I wouldn't look for 20-30% of weekly range. Even if you did, we're probably like way past it already. And that's the game plan. So we'll pay good attention to order flow. Rely heavily on 9:30 open, so classic model. Rely heavily on the macros. Rely heavily at 10 a.m. open, 10:30, 10:50 macro. TGIF criteria, trading at the weekly high, trading into a higher time frame PD rate, and one-sided weekly expansion. You can expect a retracement on Friday. We should take a look at gold and the other assets. See, gold has a little bit more of a clear drawn liquidity, and we've already been expanding. Gold could offer an easy run higher. It could. Let's take a glance at crude oil. Now, I don't know if I really want to trade gold on a Friday. We have a previous day's low here that's open, and a previous day's high here that's open. But we could have an inside day as well. Like if we close below here, if we close below here on crude oil, correct me if I'm wrong, but we had a weekly power of 3. Not really. I mean, Monday opens, Tuesday takes Tuesday's low and trades higher. Since then, this is gold. I'm tripping. I'm gonna say it's a little bit clearer on gold. Yeah, this makes more sense. Monday opens, trades down, and then we take out the high. Like, yeah, this is what the weekly candle looks like. This, like that's the thing. So yeah, I mean, there's always a weekly power three in play, right? It just wasn't the cleanest. In my opinion, Wednesday longs were high probability, but that's it. And I'm pretty surprised that Thursday never took all-time highs, to be honest. I thought that was gonna be an objective for today, but it wasn't. Anyways, it's 9:30 open. I don't even have much. I gotta lock in, bro. Gold was really clean after Tuesday low of week, yes. And here we are. Yeah, see, this is the one scenario I said in my daily outlook where if this happens, I wouldn't mind shorting. Like if we just accumulate and we go straight up and we break down again, I wouldn't mind shorting a Judas swing here. I wouldn't mind. Let's mark out the opening range gap quadrants. So this is your opening range gap quadrants. We'll keep the box in orange. So we have 0 to 100%. I'm looking at that London equal highs. In fact, we can just remove that marker because it overlaps with midnight. So just look at midnight. Keep it very simple for us. Just look at midnight. We don't got to look at both. I want to try to get rid of this eval. I mean, I'm not going to force it, but if we can find a 2-hour trade, it's kind of time to move on from this eval, in my opinion. So we'll see. I mean, I'll trade the funded today if it forms. I think there's something I forgot to do. Am I forgetting something? No, I think I'm good. So, yep. Okay, we're minimize chat. Let's lock in. Minimize chat. Lock in. Let me check the stock market quick. Yesterday, the 1 hour ATM model did form exactly as I said again. But it formed like right after I hopped off the chart. It felt kind of wrong to take. It formed inside that final macro. Wouldn't use that as first presentation. I wouldn't trust this inversion. I don't want to see at least midnight if I'm gonna. Oh, the DF take midnight. They get pretty decent buy side level. Like we got the civvy. If we're really that bearish and we just inverse this, could be a really easy 1 hour trade. I prefer it go higher. Let's just say that. I'm not saying I'm bearish right now. I'm not saying anything that I prefer it goes higher here. Like I would prefer this inverse, but let's just see what happens. We're getting in a first presentation here. Hopefully. I like the way the candles are forming as of now. I'll be trading my fund. I'll be trading my accounts on my second monitor as usual. I like these equal lows. And obviously, midnight open's like strong in my opinion. Midnight open is really strong. Like the fact that we have midnight open here with no manipulation above, and we have those equal highs. I really like that. We could technically take that. It wouldn't be a rule break, but wait and see. I'm kind of 50-50 if I'm being honest. I don't know which set of equal lows is gonna get taken. If we got this inversion, really clean and like obvious. Also, I don't really need to mark out the opening range gap except 100% because 50% is lower than midnight. So, um, oh, that's what I was trying to do. This first presentation. Like I'm kind of stuck between the equal lows and the midnight opening price. You could short this and it wouldn't be a rule break. You could take it like this. I'm not. I want to take the highest probability trade. Let's check the YM. YM's already taking sell side objectives. So we don't really have a clear bias. If this went above here, I'd be way more comfortable shorting. Way more comfortable. Way more comfortable. Did we shift on the 15? We did technically shift on the 15, and we could do this low as safe. I mean, yeah, I do prefer the long. I do. That was my original. I'm not gonna put an eyeball there. That was my original idea. I think this sell side is a very obvious target for a classic model, though. I even think like a 1.3R trade like this is not bad at all. We'll see if we get those equal lows. I definitely know some people in general will take that trade. Pretty nice. It's not the worst classic. My back hurts. Yep, looks like we'll get straight to sell side there. That was a good idea. Good idea. I mean, technically, the model didn't really form because it would have had to inverse this. So you could have, because technically the classic model states you can take it off of bearish fair value gap. So you could have shorted this, and it wouldn't have been a rule break. But like I said, it's not the highest. Maybe it's a high probability trade, but in my opinion, midnight opens right there, so it's tough. I don't feel like I've missed anything. If we are gonna go lower, we have low of day right here. And we have weekly bullish fair value gap high. I personally don't expect that much movement, but because 930 really just manipulated up and we swept, I'm wondering if this high is potentially protected and we just get protractions all the way down to sell side. For example, from here. Because now we've got the full CISD and everything, so well, like it'll be telling within the next couple minutes, in my opinion, it'll be telling on whether or not we're just gonna get a sell day, where we just sell to like some sort of daily or weekly objective, or if we're gonna get a what's it called? A reversal here. My opinion kind of feels like a reversal. I would have preferred getting midnight opening price, but we did sweep premium into imbalance, so maybe a bias switch. We just kind of have to see. We just need more information. Is all. Hopefully, everyone can see everything clearly. All right, seems like stream is good. I'm just gonna stay patient because it's not like crystal clear to me whether or not we're gonna reverse go to midnight or continue. I'm the order flow is bearish on the day. No manipulation above midnight, so like I'm a little bit leaning towards shorts. Um, it's just not quite there for me. Like if we get like a very nice protraction model, we could just take that. I'm gonna mark out these lines as potential targets that price could go to. Hmm. The best thing that could happen right now, based on the way this formed, in my opinion, the draw is the sell side. We get a fair value gap here. We inverse. I'll take that short inside the macro and not demand too much risk to reward. That's the main key here. I can't demand too much. I mean, we have bearish order flow. We did manipulate above 930. We did break lower. And that's exactly what I said in my daily outlook. I said I was bullish. If the market due to swing higher then breaks down from premium, I could flip biased. That's what I said. And that's exactly what happened. I probably should have taken this classic model. I haven't taken a classic model in a while. This is a pretty nice classic model. This is a classic AMD model. To be fair, we never got the inversion here, so I was a little bit skeptical, but we did got the bearish fair value gap. Like this, yeah. I wonder if anyone trades like this. Like, would anyone ever trade like this? Like, say you got like an entry like here, and you're just like, all right, I'll put my stop there, and just like take it. Like, do trades like this ever lose? I mean, I guess sometimes if you're like completely wrong draw, but if you have the right draw, like you just put your stops so high, probably fine, right? Do we have a 5 minute forming? Okay, we have a nice 5 minute fair value gap forming. I'm gonna use the high here. Oh, I guess you have to do it anyways. I mean, we'll just mark this way easier, cleaner. Don't need to mark first presentation. All we're asking for is one protraction model. ES is going to start taking out objectives. Kind of unfortunate. I mean, technically there was one protraction model right here, but that's a really low probability. That's really low probability. 5 minutes to the macro, new 15-minute candle. If we could just, would gladly take that short. I think it might be a breakaway. But if we get it, I mean, we're just following the model, right? So if we get it, we take it. I might trade evade. I think today's the last day of Apex 80% off. So if you were trying to get Apex accounts, I think today's the last day. At least, yeah. So just keep that in mind. What's the candle range looking like? But let's say hypothetically we got in short here with a stop loss like there. 18, 20, 40. 40 times 10 is 400. Probably around like 10 on the eval and then 5 on the funded or something. This could just plop its way into here. Yeah, that's great. Great. So we're inside that 5-minute bearish. We'll start to see now if we have the correct bias in the sell side or correct draws. My apologies. Not going to be easy to find a short model in here though. There's a nice 15-second fair value gap if I'm being honest, but this is what I was kind of fearful of. Not fearful, like I don't really care, but that remember when I said earlier on stream, if you were here, that I'm not really expecting like this all the way down. I'm more so expecting like, you know, and we find a 1 to 2 R setup in that. I feel like based on this candle's movement, it's kind of showing that right now. Not easy. Stuck between two draws. Midnight open looks very clear and obvious now. I mean, we got a full CISD from sell side. Both assets, very strong displacement. If anyone was short, I'm sure they got took some partials though, right below the equal lows. Do I dare flip bias back to the original? Probably. Wow, we got a full 5 minute CISD there. Anyways, we have to wait for a protraction. $9.50 macro. That's the time I wanted to execute in. Remember, the green line, that's the buy side above midnight opening price. It's like you're under your first premium buy stop level. Let's check gold. Oh, not the cleanest. I was bullish, wasn't I? I'll have to see like something here, and then maybe if we get CISD. Go taking the best trades. That's the cleanest -2 standard deviations I've ever seen in my life. Best A plus setup that could happen right now. Bearish fair value gap here. Strong inversion with one candle. That would be an immediate execution to midnight open partial buy side and then runners to Asia. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing from me, Ryan. I was considering the short here to the equal lows. Just needed a little bit more. I wanted the inversion here with a good risk to reward. Yes, the bearish fair value gap formed, so technically that is a valid classic model, but I didn't take it. Obviously, you could have taken the CISD long. That's hard to trust when the sell side's right there. Okay, we're getting a retracement, maybe. I'm just looking for my protraction model to form before we get the objective. That's kind of the main thing I'm looking for here. That's it. So just looking for something like this. Anything like that. Preferably more like this. How we get risk reward. Pretty good. 23, 50, yeah, around. I believe we traded into a. We did technically trade into the 2-minute fair value gap there. You could technically take this and it wouldn't be a rule break. You would take it like this. I would just tape read this just because of how the lack of discount offered from that leg. We can tape read this though. Oh, I guess the waddle. It's not the highest, not a really high probability, but I think it plays just because of how bullish we've been since that reversal. Good shit, Ryan. Did we get midnight open on the micro or that London high? Clean one, Ryan. Very clean one. Or just the buy side here, I guess. 30-second inversion. After the CISD? Yeah, that's valid, bro. See what it looks like. Like 948 you got in. You gonna get stopped. You gonna get stopped. You gonna get a stopping. With all full board shorts. 940. That's fire, Ryan. Good shit. You got it after the CISD. I'm not in this trade, guys. I'm not in this trade. It's a tape read. Meaning I understand my model formed, but I'm choosing not to take it just because of the way it formed. Not under the highest probability confluences. I don't usually trade ES, no. I'm like accepting no expansion today. Should I just taking no short trade? But we'll see. Let's just see another day. Yeah, not a big deal. You got off the 5-minute breaker. Clean. Yeah. Risk reward might be not the easiest. I mean, you can get one pretty easily. You never know how high we're gonna go. I am up slight. I'm up like 0.25 R this week. So we took 2 losses and then 2 PM session wins. I think. I'll have to check. I don't know. I don't have my balance on. I don't like putting my balance on. I like to trade and then at the end of the month see where I'm at. Oh yeah, yeah. You didn't put the stop at the breaker. You got it like the bottom there. Yeah, that's good. That's good stop placement. It shouldn't trade down there. It's nice. We didn't really get a clean protraction. If my model forms on ES, I'll just take it on NQ. I took TP at midnight open 1.5 bar. Nice, bro. How long did it take for you to be this calm and not immediately hop into a trade? Ooh, good question. How long did it take? I mean, I've been streaming for 1 year on YouTube, and I feel like it definitely improved over that period of time. But it was never that bad. But I did do it on YouTube. Like I have taken I've rushed trades before. Even nowadays I still rush trades sometimes. But for the most part I've always been pretty that was never an issue for me. Like to be calm and not immediately hop into a trade, that's not an issue that I dealt with. Why didn't you take this? The model didn't form. No, that doesn't I don't find that annoying. Eugenio, when you're analyzing whether or not it's a good week, do not look at the profit, brother. No, AI will never replace trading, in my opinion. My biggest issue, I mean, I've went through a lot of issues. It's mostly like my first issue was strategy hopping. My second issue was blaming everything on technical analysis, saying like, "Oh, I missed this fair value gap," or "I should have looked at this discount," or "I should." Every day I'm blaming something. Thing. You're right. We should close chat. I probably don't see myself taking anything till 10:30 now, though. You're right. Let's answer questions later, guys. Let's answer questions later. If I don't say you're right, I'm gonna regret it later. Let's focus on the charts. We can answer questions later. We can do a Q&A in the Discord later too. NQ's reached midnight opening price. That was my main target for the day. That was my easy target for the day going into the day. We got above the high here. ES failing to get to that high. Means we could get another setup if we are bullish. Meaning if we're gonna get Asia highs today, then I would expect a protraction to form here. We're still inside the macro, so I'm not opposed to it. But obviously, we could have the wrong bias, in which case we get a full CISD and break. So you just kind of have to wait and see, I'm going to be honest. It's kind of hard to say. That's already -2 deviations, so far the model's protected us pretty well. I appreciate you guys holding me accountable. Yeah, I really if I'm trading, I really shouldn't put the chat open as much as I want to. And when we do the Discord streams, we will keep chat open. But even as soon as I open chat, I got people telling me I'm gonna lose the trade. I'm gonna lose the tape read trade. What? What are you talking about, bro? What is it? I didn't even take a trade yet. What do you mean you're gonna hit stop loss? I mean that doesn't really bother me, obviously, because there's just so many opinions in the chat. Really, I should just be focusing on mine. Not because ego, but I guess a little bit because of ego, but also just because I know my trading and myself most. So we'll see if we get another protraction long. The only one that formed wasn't the best probability. So realistically, we haven't I don't feel like I've missed anything. There's an aggressive CISD here. If I was really confident in longs, I could take this, but I wasn't. I even said that I'm kind of 50-50 at this point in time. So I don't feel like I've missed anything here. I don't feel like I've missed anything here because really we didn't really form the model. Once the inversion came, we're already done. Could take the bearish fair value gap. Or turtle soup. Again, I don't trade turtle soup. Trading turtle soup and trading on live would be the worst thing in the world. Every single person would just be like, what the hell? Why'd you take that? No confirmation. Aggressive. FOMO. Rule break. This wouldn't even give like 1 R. My target is still there. Obviously, we have Asia high. We have this imbalance. Like, we could go higher, but it's not like a guarantee or anything. I mean, nothing's ever guaranteed, but it's not as high probability as it normally is when we're targeting Asia high. Just because of the way Asia dumped, the way that we've already expanded quite a bit, and the fact that it's a no news Friday, which we probably don't get large expansion from anyways. So that as a target is not as good. Let's check out the stock market. So we have Nvidia's up 1%, Google, Apple, AMD are down around 0.5%, Palantir's up, Amazon's up. Nothing really shocking. Nothing really tradable, in my opinion. Yo, shout out to the people doing their Clash Royale attacks. You know, again, this is another tape read. I wouldn't take this, but you could. If you had, if you're really convinced in this target, that's another protraction. But see, like I don't want to take a long here this far in premium, so I kind of just have to wait patiently, which is fine. Nothing wrong with waiting. I already know, like you got to be more selective with the trades you take at all-time highs. I should have done that earlier in the week, or was it last week? I don't remember. But there was a week where I was kind of like really aggressive to trading. I think it was Monday, right? Um, we were like just so I'm not gonna say excited to trade, but like we were just ready to trade right away. Just wanted to push the button because we hadn't traded in so long. But in reality, we should be even more patient than ever, right? We should be even more patient than ever. I'm gonna check the Clash Royale, man. You guys better be doing your war attacks. That's all I'm gonna say. Everyone who didn't do them. Yo, hella people didn't do them. Crazy, crazy. So we'll see if we get a discount. Mm, 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 mm. Today's stream 3 out of 100. Everyone doing their attack now. That's funny. Today's stream 3 of 100. 3 of 100. We're making pretty good progress. Pretty good progress. This would be a nice 10-minute, right? Yeah, it's not a nice one, but it's there. We left equal highs. I don't know. I'm not opposed to the going long. ES also fell short of the objective. So I don't like the timing of this. But if we get a nice fair value gap and a nice inversion, I think that's a good solid trade. PM session 1 hour ATM model. I gotta do better at just like fully trusting the model. Because when I backtested the model, I just left my stop where it is. And I just let it go to TP 1R every single time. Sometimes I've been extending it to like 1.2, 1.3, and it's been working. But I also see me missing trades in the PM session. So I really just gotta trust that kind of data I have on it. Because the data is pretty solid. We could even do a backtest session. Maybe we should do that. Backtesting my 1R ATM model so you guys can see the accuracy. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty slow. The next key time to look for is 10:30 for me. The new range expansion I'm expecting at 10:30 because of the new hourly candle open in RTH. Boom, 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 boom. We're forming a 15. Uh, we are forming an hourly, but I'm not waiting for that. 30-minute is forming as well. Just wait and see. Next week should be a lot better. I'll do a full breakdown of next week, but next week obviously we have a no news Monday before CPI. That's a big red flag. But then we got a nice CPI day. We got a nice PPI day. We got retail sales. A lot of random stuff on this day. And Friday we have orange folder. Like hopefully that's a easier week. But then we survive 1 week and then we have another NFP week. We have FOMC press conference on the 30th too. We have FOMC statement. We have FOMC press conference and NFP on the same week. That's kind of crazy. That could be the week we have the volatility shift. That could be. Oh, looks like we're probably gonna get our target there, or at least our first target. I'm gonna go make another deposit into my live account. I won't be trading it in all-time highs, but I gotta go to the bank today. Unfortunately, I have to go to the bank every single time I want to make a deposit. Shit sucks. There's that level hit, right? 976. This is all like best case scenario levels. Like this premium, like this is -3 to -4.5. That's pretty extensive. That's a full one deviation of the opening range. This is your opening range. Deviations above. Pretty far premium. Doo-doo-doo. I'm staying patient. 10:30 is our next key time, like I said. So 15 minutes until then. Something could form now, but it wouldn't be as high probability as something like trading back into the 30-minute bullish fair value gap. Engineer liquidity up here. Like, best case scenario, we get like, you know, that would be like a arguable A plus. Obviously, we have an open. Wait, we traded into the 10? How did I miss that? I mean, that's hard to trust either way, though, because by the time we get the entry, it's already at TP1. Literally the same entry. Entry 1 forms here, then TP1, same. ES reaches its buy side target. ES not above. ES not at midnight opening yet. Whatever happened to gold? Good. Good. I set an alert here, and we've been going sideways since. What happened to crude oil? Yeah. I didn't expect much on a Friday, anyways. Like, these are like final targets, you know? Not the most eventful week, but you kind of just have to accept it sometimes. Like, it's all-time highs. We already knew it wasn't going to be an eventful week. That's the first thing we said on Monday, if you were here. We knew. We said this is not going to be an eventful week. So there's no surprises there. Nothing should be catching anyone off guard or anything. Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. They say one day we left the world behind, so live a life that we'll remember. So live a life that we'll remember. Classic model short and reversal model long. I feel like I'm a little bit out of the zone, but like obviously we're still following rules, so it's not like not a big deal. If you can follow your rules, nothing can go really wrong for you. You just won't excel. But like the rules are protecting us right now, but the old me might take that classic model. Really strong, obvious, strong liquidity. Do the swing, AMD. Doot. 0.25 standard deviations of the opening range. I'm looking at 0.5. That aligns with that 15-minute bearish fair value gap low in premium from Asia. I think that's a pretty decent level to look for. These are like max targets though. Like these are like best cases and best case scenarios if you're long. It's never something I would demand. Midnight open is something I would demand, right? Like you take your partial here, but you're looking like you're taking off multiple position here. These targets are like best case scenarios, right? You have Asia high, which is also high of day. Listen, I want to remind you guys that when I'm trading, I do not have the chat open. A lot of people are asking questions continuously saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Yeah, I'm not reading those messages. I'm trying my best to focus on my trading. I'll always say everything I see out loud. Any trades I take, I will take right in front of you. Every single decision I make, I will explain to you why I'm making it. But I'm not sitting here and answering every question. And the reason I'm doing that is not because I don't like answering questions. I actually want to answer the questions. It's because in between those questions, there's a lot of trolling and a lot of haters. And a lot of stuff that just kind of throws me off, I guess you can say. So that's why we're gonna do Discord streams after 97 more streams. 97 more streams. Which, by the way, if you haven't, if you haven't, if you haven't, if you haven't, on a real note, if you haven't watched this most recent video I posted, and you plan on watching me stream in the future, or in the near future, or in the later future, I would watch this video. It's not a long video. It's only like 13 minutes. But yeah, like I said, 97 more streams. Let's get paid at least a couple more times. Let's trade good. That's most important. And then yeah, let's have a good time, man. Let's have a good time. I feel like there's nothing here. Like I feel like Protraction is my model, brother. Protraction is one of my models. I feel like an A++ trade hasn't formed in a really long time. I was looking at the Discord chat. We're probably not. Okay, I mean, 10:30 is approaching, so we'll see if we can get it before. I think we might just slow grind up. We'll see though. Do you guys take any trades today? Did you guys in chat take any trades today? Hyper no. Money glitch. Yes. What'd you take, money glitch? Crude oil. Crude oil. Crude oil. Free market. Got some calls. Nice. No trades for me, no. Someone said long before market open. Is Gatie looking for shorts? No. All longs. Small one R went. One SL and you're in the long now. Nice, bro. Yeah, small 1R and went back to bed. Nice, bro. A loss on a long. SL me the straight to TP. You got stopped out long? I feel like you probably had bad stop loss placement, bro. I don't want to judge your model, but I feel like if you could buy at any point, probably should have hit TP. Yep, the 1 hour model's on YouTube, brother. You can watch it if you want. Took a long at 1910. That doesn't help me. I'm in Eastern time. You're just the long New York Open, WPY short London, and Q short Open. Nice, bro. I was bearish. Could you explain the bullish bias? I'll tell you what I wasn't necessarily bullish expecting a full daily flip. I was bullish expecting midnight opening price and this high because of how deep in discount we were. It's just a probability thing, right? I would rather, you don't even need to know about bias in examples like this because it's probabilities, right? We open at 9:30. We're so far in discount. It's been one-sided the entire day. We have no move into premium. I would rather take a trade from discount to premium than take a trade from discount to deeper discount, right? Like that's exactly what it is, you know? So, and then obviously, if you want to include bias and stuff, midnight opening price, whenever you see equal highs like this and no move above is a red flag. Usually we do come back above in New York session. Any short-term high right above is usually an easy target. And then you have best case scenario targets, right? So let's say the bias is bullish and we do flip. We still have targets here and here because we haven't done anything up here, right? So that's the idea, right? We have equal highs right there. Like, there are best case scenario targets higher. How do you make your annotation remain on the edge of the chart without displacing? This one? This is a horizontal ray. So once you put a ray, so for example, you come here, say you mark out, I don't know, London high, it'll just stay. Is that what you're talking about? I'm off for today. My model did not show. Nice, bro. Enjoy the day off. I was bearish because yeah, there you go. You're good, brother. I was waiting for the liquidity to be taken, and after that shoot up, I took a long on the pullback. Nice, bro. Exactly all you got to do. Class of Clans request sent to Gems. I got you, bro. Oh my god, your base is crazy. Bro, where were you? You were hiding this from us the whole time? Bro, we needed you, man. I can't believe this right now. This guy's at Town Hall 15, bro. Bro, look at this guy. Whose man's, bro? Bro, I don't care if you're busy, you're entering the war, bro. You're entering every war from now on. Make room. Make space. Some things are more important than life. That's crazy. This looks like manipulation to keep it up. I personally disagree. I think we reach levels here and here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a trade towards it. You want to join? Join, bro. I don't know how many spots we have left. We have 3 more spots, but I'll probably... Does anyone near need to be kicked out? I'm going to kick out this dude, bro. He don't even play. Alright, there. We got 4 more spots. How many spots do we have? Yeah, I think everyone else gotta stay. We have a sick ass clan, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We have a sick ass clan. Both clans are named Gems Clash. And they're both almost full and they're both pretty nasty. I don't think it'll be an entry towards buy side. I mean, listen, we got the 30-minute fair value gap. This is probably gonna be a breakaway. We're starting to reach my higher time frame targets. So it's probably a wait until the macro. I probably don't even trade the funded anymore. Maybe the eval. But we'll see. I'm gonna keep chat open now though. So if you guys have questions, now's your chance to ask. Now is your chance to ask because this is kind of concluding my session. Not really, but like pretty much concluding my session. A lot is gonna have to form for me to take another trade, which we'll wait for. You never know. Sometimes you're just patient the entire day, and then 10:50 macro, you get a trade, and that's it for the day. It happens. I think PM will deliver 1R. Yeah, I think PM can deliver. I always think PM can deliver 1R. Will you score more than 5 points in your next game? Alright, should we do an over-under? Over-under, Gatie, 4.5 points. Was classic model short reversal long not clean for you? They were clean. I don't know if it was hesitation or because it was a no news Friday and I was a little bit skeptical. They were clean. The classic model short. The reason I didn't take the classic model short, like this could me just be rationalizing. I'm gonna have to reflect later. It's because I wanted to see this inversion, right? So for me to take the classic model short, the only way I would take it is off this fair value gap, which is not a rule break. Like I could take it even here, and this is what we tape read. Just not enough conviction, in my opinion. I didn't know if we were going to go to midnight opening price. Had we gotten midnight and then this, I would have for sure taken it. But because we didn't get midnight, I was a little bit skeptical. That's why I didn't take the classic model long. The reason I didn't, the classic model short. The reversal long was clear in hindsight. But like I said, in live market, there was nothing clear at this point in time in bias. In fact, I was actually leaning towards short, towards, we had like equal lows down here, like this. So at this point in time, when the reversal formed, there was no clear bias. And then once I saw this candle, I was like, okay, it's pretty clear now. We're going to probably go to midnight. So I'm waiting for a protraction model. And we do technically get one right here. But I don't like the risk to reward from here and there. Dakota, you better be nasty, bro. I better not see like a Town Hall 4. Damn, bro. You guys are disgusting at this game. So does that make sense? It's not like the model formed. And we tape read this model together. But like I said, just not good enough for me to take it. But it played out. You would have had to survive this. I probably would have broke even if I'm being honest. Yeah, we would have partialed here. So it would have been like a partial win. 10, 12. Like realistically, it would have been like a half R win. So it wouldn't have been a full-size win anyways. You can trade the 5-minute IFG, but that's not my model. And for me to take that, I'd have to put my stop down here. So that's just like, there's no way I'm ever taking that trade. Sorry, man. I see bronze rank, bro. What is this? Okay, that's not the worst. That's not the worst. We can deal with that, Sarvan. We can deal with that. You're almost Town Hall 10. It looks like your heroes are maxed. It looks like you're maxed out, actually. So we'll accept it for now. But to be honest, I'm like a little bit, I'm not going to say on edge. Like, we're still following our rules. Our risk management's on point. We're doing very well. I'm trading very well. But I don't think I'm in the zone like I was. Like, I feel like this is a good time to be aggressive. And I was passive, right? And I feel like the old me, not the old me, but like me in June when I was on a win streak would have been aggressive here, you know? And it's nothing wrong. It's 0 P&L, right? I'm simply waiting for just the higher probability trade, right? This is a decent trade. I'm just looking for the higher probability one. But this is a good time to be aggressive, you know? That's a good time to be aggressive. I feel like if I was more locked in, I guess you could say, I feel like the me and June would have taken that. So, nonetheless, as long as you follow your rules, I'm safe, right? Like I slowly can tell that like I'm locked in. We're not breaking any rules. We're managing risk. We're taking higher probability trades and being more passive, which is a good thing to do when we're trading at all-time highs. But I still feel like when I was more in the zone in June, I would have been more aggressive here. Like I tape read 2 trades today that played out where my model formed. Now, this long from here to here, not as good, but this short was a pretty solid tape read in my opinion, right? We had a very clean level in the equal lows there. I feel like that would have been a really good time to get aggressive. But we didn't, you know? So, no trades today. We had the right bias in midnight open. We called out the move lower, and then we pretty much had the right bias to begin. We have final targets here and there, so we'll see if that gets hit. There's still 1050 macro, so maybe if we can get a higher probability protraction model, I wouldn't be opposed to taking it, at least not on an eval. But we'll just have to see. Is there an inactivity rule in alpha futures for past funded accounts? I think just you don't have to trade, but you just have to go into your dashboard like every couple while, like month or something. I wouldn't take this protraction though. Why don't you keep looking for trades and keep? I don't understand what you're saying, Adam. I'm waiting for 1050 macro now, and we have to get a discount for me to take anything. Like, what I'm basically saying is we'd have to get like, you know. I got you, Phil. This is the move lower in the opening range. I'm not gonna use the highest high. You could. This is an interesting concept. The way ICT teaches it is a little bit different. And I've studied both, and for me, I found a lot more consistency doing this. I have backtested both of those, as I've backtested a lot with standard deviations and studied a lot with standard deviations. I'm very precise with my standard deviation targets and intervals, because it is something I backtested. So why do I mark it out like this? I want to mark out the entire move lower of the opening range because I'm expecting after this move lower, everything after that is just high, right? It's not actually like we moved 100 points from the highest high and the lowest low. It's we moved 100 points lower inside the opening range. How much can we go higher from that move lower? That's what I'm trying to get the number for, right? If that makes sense, I hope somehow that makes sense. And then obviously the backtest results. So, and when I say backtest, I mean just study, like going back and studying charts. This red zone would have been a take profit level for me if I was in a long. It was one of my targets. Unfortunately, we didn't get any really good setup to take a long, but that's what that is. Would you take a short setup? No, I would not take a short setup. I'm not bearish. Remember, just because we tap a bearish fair value gap does not mean we are bearish. That's why I don't label any fair value gap as bearish or bullish. I label it as civvy. Don't want to confuse anyone that this is red, meaning I'm expecting it to go lower from there. It can. In fact, I would hope so. But I'm not looking to take retracement trades. I'm looking to trade distribution and range expansion. The red zone is? No, this is my secret Gatie level. And you have to pay me $1,000 to know. Okay. It's a 15-minute bearish fair value gap in premium. That's all it is. Just a premium array. Nothing fancy. How do you get this patient? A lot of losing, I guess. Probably the most way. A lot of it is just knowing what to look for. I feel like that's a really big thing. I feel like that's a really big thing that people don't even think about. Knowing like exactly what to look for. The number one issue, like I promise from the bottom of my heart, so many people could improve if they followed their trading order like this. First comes direction / drawn liquidity. That's the first step. You have to have that first. Do not make the mistake of saying, oh, my model formed long. Maybe we can reach this level. No, no, no. That is not patient at all. You're taking it off the first time your model formed. You have to sit there and say, I am bullish because. And then you're going to sit there and wait for your model to form. You're not going to say, this is my model bearish forming. Maybe we can take out this low. Are you going to do that every single time? Because that's really low probability. Rather, you're going to say, I think we can reach this objective over here. So I'm going to sit on my hands until my model forms. And I'm going to be patient. Because that's how you're supposed to trade, in my opinion. And I've made I've taken a lot of unnecessary losses because I'm looking at my model forming first before my actual direction or drawn liquidity or narrative or anything behind the trade that makes it high probability. But don't just trade your model, right? You got to put your model after. Entering the market is the easiest part of trading. Anyone can just click buy or sell. You don't even need a model. You can just simply see displacement and click buy or sell, right? But what you do need is the narrative, the context, and that has to come before. So how am I so patient? It's because I have an idea, and I'm going to wait for my model to form. And if it doesn't form, I'm not going to be able to execute that idea. Whether it plays out or not, it's not up to me, right? Like in this case, we went straight up towards my objectives, and my model didn't really form. I was just sitting here waiting the whole time. So hopefully that help some of you guys become more patient. That's what I do. It helps me. That's for sure. Why did you not? Yeah. Oh, I already kind of covered all that, but I guess I'll do it again. I won't say it any more time, so just listen now. I'm not, and this is a backtested thing, right? Um, my personal study. I'm not looking to capture the highest high and lowest low of the opening range and say how many multiples can we get of that. What I'm looking to capture is we went this much lower in the opening range. How much higher after that move lower can we go? Does that make sense? So from the lowest low to the highest high before, how much higher can we go? Right? So we went 70 points down inside the opening range, putting out the lowest low. Now that we've gotten above, how much higher from that move can we get? Does that make sense? Rather than saying, okay, well, we have a move like this. Can we duplicate it? Because that's a measured move now. That's a different concept. I'm not looking to measure the move. If I'm looking to measure the move, and this is why it matters, if I'm looking to measure the move, meaning I'm looking for an equal move, that's a negative one standard deviation. That's not what I'm looking for here. What I'm looking for is, can we get 0.25 standard deviations from the move lower in the opening range? 0.5. What aligns really nicely? 0.5. Perfect, right? And then you have negative one aligning perfectly as well. So it's a little bit of a nuanced thing. And this is what I found in my study as well. So like I was saying earlier, I do use standard deviations quite a bit in my trading. To me, I like to be very precise with it. Can you be too patient? Yeah. I could argue today I was maybe a little too patient. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being too patient because your P&L just ends up being zero, and you can always become less patient. Like you can, if you regret being too patient, like okay, you missed a trade. It's fine. That's not a bad outcome, really. You just come back the next day, and hopefully you're not too patient again. But if you're impatient, you're probably gonna lose and maybe end up blowing your account, right? If you did enter, where would you have? I wouldn't have entered this long anywhere. I don't feel like I've missed anything long here whatsoever. There was definitely no A setup for me using my model. Maybe some other people. So I mentioned the 5 minute inversion, different stop loss placements. They got good risk to reward, etc., which is great. There's a lot of ways to catch this long, just not my model with good risk to reward. If someone came to me and said, "Gatie, we're 100% bullish today," where did my model form that high probability? Right here. But I wasn't bullish at this period of time, right? That's my model. That's CISD right there, and that's what someone from Gems took, and good for him. He had good conviction in the longs, I'm sure, and he trusted it was going to go higher. But I personally wasn't confident in longs, and like I said, it has to be biased first and then the model form. I saw my model form here, but I wasn't. It's out of place. I need to expect it to go higher first. That's how I avoid taking bad trades. I wouldn't look for shorts here. Like I said, I'm personally still bullish. I'm not trying to pick a top here, so I'm just waiting. 1050 macro, best case scenario. I like this 10-minute fair value gap, for example. I don't think that's bad. This would probably be an eval trade, but we'll see. I'm not going to be shorting today. I don't think we make a lower low. Stock market pumped? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Closing all my stocks right before the war was quite painful. But it's kind of like a rule I have. Because it's like I'm trading with a lot of money. Like my stock account, I'm trading with a lot of personal funds. I'm really not messing around, man. If someone tells me there's a war coming, I'm closing all my profits. I'm not taking any chances. All right, let's lock in here. We waited for the 1050 macro. We'll see if our model can form here within the next 15 minutes. It might actually form right here off that inversion. And then you could take it like this. Pretty easy 1 hour trade. You could put your stop there, 1.5. Like, this isn't the best trade. The highest fair value got 2, 3, 4. The best way this could form is if we come down and touch this fair value gap. So like this. That would be the highest probability way it could form. Also because it's in the 1050 macro. And we always have the 1 hour model to fall back on. We open this up. Boom, 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 boom. How looks the chart, boy? I don't know what that means, though. Would you take your protraction model short? No, sir. I personally wouldn't. How did you get the Porsche behind you? It was the prop firm that I rug pulled because we were positioning 10. Your entries were really nice. I didn't take any trades. I want to see cleaner candles here. What would you do if you said yes when go? What would you do if you said yes? What? Yeah, I mean technically this is a protraction model short if you are bearish. But to take a protraction model short means you're expecting either the 10 a.m. candle to flip, which means we would take out which means we would come at least to here. I'm not expecting that, right? I mean, yo, no. So we had 2 different entries, Ollie. So I already took 1 stock swing trade this year. I'm up 40% on my live account. With that on the year, and then I re-entered with pretty good fills, not the best fills, but good fills. 0 drawdown fills. They started pumping right after. And then those are the ones I closed. They were only plus 2% on my account. What's your opinion on Kutao? Kutao? I don't know what that is, bro. I have no idea what that is. I wouldn't take the order block here. I want to see a fair value gap. Those are stock shares. I don't trade options. A little bit too risky for me in my liking with my personal funds. If gold is still going sideways, bro, don't, in my opinion, don't trade it. That red line, I drew this before stream. Not before stream, earlier. I don't know what it is. Probably a previous day high. Yeah, that was my draw. What stocks you buy? I had Nvidia and AMD and Palantir on that run. That second stage run. $10.50 macro, bullish fair value gap. We're gonna get the CISD. I see the 15. No, I don't see the 15-minute. I see the 10-minute. This would be an eval trade for me, if I'm being honest. Like, it's so sloppy now. I really can't take this. I'm not gonna be patient the entire time. I've been holding 100 shares in the video since 97 bucks. Damn, bro, nice. Really good. That's 1050 macro. For something a little bit clearer. This would be your bullish order block. Looks like it's probably gonna form here. Like, this would be an eval trade. Did you watch 2022? I watched 2022 mentorship 4.5 times, to be exact. Like, this is a sloppy trade, but just inside the macro. You could actually enter long right now if you wanted to because of ES inversion, but there's no order block here. I don't know how this can really improve in probability, if I'm being honest. I don't think it can, unfortunately. Or waiting for the hourly fair value gap. If anything, I wouldn't even want to go long, realistically. I think this probably goes lower, and I'm not going to trade it lower. I don't take retracement trades. But depending on how this closes, I feel like this is a stronger draw. I feel like this return lower is a stronger draw going into lunch than anything up here. So I think we do kind of break down and take out this low going into lunch. Just because we haven't had an approaching run yet, and usually we do. So that's not something I'm really looking to trade or capture. That's not what my model looks to capture. But you can make an argument to short like this. Right? Again, not my model. I mean, it's 10 a.m. PO3 reversal. Expecting 10 a.m. candle to flip. So this candle. But it wouldn't really be because candle's going to close in 6 minutes. It's obviously not going to reverse within the next 6 minutes. I think that kind of concludes our session, if I'm being honest. I think this will get hit maybe today, or it's hard to say today or not because we might be choppy in PM. But I'm still bullish on the day. It's just not aligning right now, right? So I'm not changing my bias. It's just I don't think it's gonna go higher right now, which is why I'm ending my session because I don't want to take a short. I don't want to trade retracement trades. So I'm reading chat now. What's up? Because that's probably terminus for trading. Do you use any neutral? I don't know what that is. No. Target previous stays low. I personally don't think that's gonna go down there. 4 times, not sure what time. Are you in crypto? I own a little bit of XRP, but like not much, and I probably should get rid of it to be honest. Q2 is the sauce you're missing. I'm not missing anything, brother. Thank you for sharing the live, my brother. What's up? What's good, Sour? It will dump now. Maybe, yeah. ES looks nice if the FET gets inversed. Not sure which one you're talking about. Is it true that you're LeBron James' father? Yes, bro. XRP's been pumping recently. Nike's an interesting one. Nike's. I had an entry all the way down here at one point, but then I closed. It moves really slow. Although it's picked up quite a bit recently. Everything's picked up though. Yeah, I think Nike can get to 80. I think Nike's not a bad buy, bro. Inverse the monthly from the sell side. Damn. Buy. Also, let's hold on here because we're actually getting a pretty nice move lower, right? Did we touch the 30 minute there? Might re-terminus my trading session. We get the 30-minute bullish inside that macro. Kind of a game changer. We'll just stay. I mean, I'm still here. No rush. Got an easy 1.4 RR on that short right now. Nice, bro. I'm in Nike. Starting to move more recently. Yeah, that is. Or your chart settings? Which ones? PO3 will form. I grind, bro. I've been grinding Clash. I ain't gonna lie. I've been grinding. I think it's a good. I don't think it's a bad short, bro. Don't think it's a bad short whatsoever. PM them in the Discord. We can do that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, bro. What the hell is this? I wouldn't mind doing a silver bullet PM session Discord stream. Yeah, I like the minor sell side getting taken here before. If we get there before 11, then we can extend the trading to 11:10 and see if the macro, the final 10 minutes of the macro, gives us a protraction setup. In my opinion, that's a pretty good idea. I think there's something like this can play if we get the order block. It's a small trade, but you get 1.5 R. It's not the worst thing. It's kind of against my model though. Like I don't trade trades like that. So I don't like taking retracement trades because you never know how far it's gonna retrace. You never. I mean, you never really know anything, right? But you don't really know how far it's gonna retrace. You have to grind GTA 6. Why do you play 2.6 Hog? That's what I always played, bro. Everyone's talking about GTA 6. Did ES reach the 30-minute? We did get the volume imbalance. A little 3 minute fair value gap there. What the heck? Why there a volume imbalance like that? When I play 2K26, I don't even have a console. Like, I don't want to play it on PC. I have 2K25 on PC. It's so shit. It's so bad, bro. Was that stream a game? Oh, talking about basketball. Eleven a.m. open. 2K on PC is full of modders. Yeah. Win for you today? I don't think I'm gonna be taking one. I know you said you wouldn't play GTA 6, but you have to. Monday to Friday has been green for me. Nice, bro. That's good. It's really good. You hope next week you can continue? Sure you can, brother. Just keep following the rules. Remember what got you there. This inversion happens. Is it easy to hack mod this 2K? I don't know how to do it, but I do know that there's a lot of modders and hackers in 2K on PC. That's all I know. That's all the information I have. That is all the information that I have, brother. Doesn't look like it's gonna even take out the minor sell side. That's why I don't take retracement trades. The way it's forming looks long, but we didn't really get into any level that's any sort of significant. I mean, we inverse the 10. We are technically wicking the 13. The 30 minutes right there. The hourly is right there. So unless this hourly stays open, I guess this is your hourly fair value gap down here now. So like that's why I didn't want to take a long, and I don't want to short. But in my opinion, the hourly bullish fair value gap here is a stronger draw than up here because one, we haven't really went lower yet. Two, we haven't run opposing liquidity. Three, it's lunch, and four, it's just closer. And order flow is bearish right now. So in my opinion, this is a more immediate draw liquidity than whatever's higher. But I don't want to short against my bias. I still think we're gonna get up here, and I'm not gonna sit here and wait all day for, you know, we don't know. It might get choppy. Might be a PM session thing. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. What I do know is I want to take a nap today. That's what I know. Oh, Cooper Flag was playing against Bronny. I gotta watch these highlights now. Damn. You guys think Cooper Flag's overrated, bro? Is that Kyrie watching? Oh, no way Bronny hit that. Oh, I was gonna say. No way. Damn. Yeah, this is pretty. I think it's dead now. This looks pretty bullish to you. I mean, I personally wouldn't short, but in my opinion, I still think the draw is right here. I still think we're gonna get here. I just kind of want to see what happens. Answer any questions that may come up. Is it fine to go against your buys? Yeah, it's fine. Just depends how you prefer to trade, what moves you're looking to capture. It's not that I don't want to go against my bias. Um, but it's just about the moves you're trying to capture. Like I don't want to take retracement trades. It's just not my style. I quit a while ago. I used to. I used to take retracement trades. Now I don't. It's 1 a.m. for me right now. I want to go to bed. I think you can go sleep, bro. I'm taking naps. I'm just so tired from yesterday, bro. Is there any stocks you suggest I would invest in? I don't want to tell you what you should and shouldn't invest in. Right now is probably not the best time because everything's all-time high. I think Cooper needs time to grow the game. He did very good playing the NBA players for the Olympics. Yeah, I think he has potential. I think he has potential. Did you guys see Devin Booker's contract? What the hell was that about, bro? Why are they giving this guy so much money? Phoenix is never gonna win a chip, bro. I think Cooper 30. Yeah, I know, right? Bro, why am I watching a bunch of people attack themselves from a pirate attack? They're dead ass be pirates. There's full time pirates out there, guys. Like, taking our lives and taking other people's lives, bro. Like, we just wake up, we trade morning session for 2 hours, and then we journal, and then we go about our day. There's other people, bro. They wake up, they hop on a pirate boat with their pirate friends, and they try to take over a ship. And then if they fail, they die. Probably, right? And then the others, they just fucking like, damn, bro. That's a crazy life. You wish. The fuck you talking about? Bro, there's pirates, bro. Pirates are real. There's dead ass pirates, bro. I'm back, and what are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that there's pirates out there. Where did you get this info from? Bro, have you never seen Captain Phillips, bro? Is this if you haven't seen Captain Phillips? Look, you guys need to watch this movie, bro. Watch this movie. The Somalian pirates, bro. Yeah, bro, of course this is real, man. Yo, Loki, that does look like Pascal Siakam. This guy said that looked like Pascal Siakam. It does look like Pascal Siakam. We once got robbed by pirates in Egypt. I was on a yacht party. I told you guys. Who is bro? Yeah, first of all, has a yacht? What's going on here? Like One Piece? I'm not gonna lie, boys. I haven't seen One Piece. They pull up boats like 4 deep with weapons and steal ships. Bro, exactly. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Real life pirates. Attack. See, bro? This shit real, bro. Real footage. Somali pirates attack luxury cruise. Shit's real, bro. A group of pirates riding 8 to 3 speedboats raced at full speeds towards a cruise ship. Their primary goal was to hijack. Now I can't watch this shit, bro. They're gonna like copy strike my ass. But if you wanna watch that shit, bro, it's all you, man. I can't, unfortunately. I can't. If you guys want, like everyone would have to switch over to TikTok. And then we technically could. You want to be a pirate? No, I don't want to be a pirate, bro. I just want to wake up and trade morning session for 2 hours. And then do whatever I want the rest of the day. You want to be a pirate? My autism makes me see pirates? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Who can tell me what that means? Start streaming reactions to pirate hijacks. That's funny, bro. I wish I owned a yacht. I'd rather be a pirate trading hurts. How's your trading week been? I don't know. To be honest, I have to recheck my journal. I'll do a reflection. Today's Friday, I guess, so I'll post about it in the Discord. Not too bad. I think we're up 0.25 R this week. Remember, guys, when I trade, my balance is up. I don't like to look at my balance. I don't want to know how close I am to a payout. I don't want to know. I want to come back the next month. Sorry, I want to if I win a lot of trades, then okay, I'll obviously just take a look at the end of the week in case I'm eligible. But usually I like to just keep my balance off. What's 1R for me? Depends on the account. I have different account sizes, which I'm looking to get rid of. I want to trade only 50Ks from now on. That way it's the same risk on every single account. I do risk a lot to pass evals, yes. How do I turn off balance? What's 1R for 150K? I don't trade 150Ks. I trade 100Ks and 50Ks. But 1R for me, whatever 0.25% is, that's what my 1R is. 0.25%, my brother. That would be one risk to reward for me. I got a good amount, Linka trades. Good amount. How many trades you go for a pass 50K? I try to get it in 2. I try to pass in 2 trades. I have a 100K top step on I don't use. I prefer having all 50Ks. I think it's easier. And it's, in my opinion, unless you plan on doing just one firm, in which case I would just do 350K alphas. And that could be pretty good income on its own. But I think I would rather 50K top steps, alphas, and apexes. And slowly build that. No, I wouldn't do that, delusional. That's very risky in my opinion. I personally wouldn't do that. We're about to reach that level. There it is. And that was why I didn't want to take a long, right? Can you be my mentor, please? I really want to try to take a win next week. No. It's the wrong mindset, delusional. The wrong mindset. That's not what you want. What you want to do, like immediately, you're cooking yourself by saying that. Wrong mindset. You gotta change the way you view price. You gotta change the way you view price. And trading. What do you mean you really want to take a win? That's not what you want. You can't even predict which trade is going to win. You do not know. When you take a trade with your model, you do not know if it's going to be a win or a loss. You don't know. There's no way you can know. The only thing you know is if you keep trading it, you will win or lose. I mean, if you keep trading it, you will win. Sorry, not win or lose. There's no way. There's no point in even saying, all right, man, this trade should be a winner. I think we'll take a win next week. Or you're already setting yourself up to tilt. Because if you go in with the expectation, you know what causes pain in trading? I'm going to tell you what causes pain in trading. What causes pain in trading is having expectations before you place a trade. If you expect to win a trade when you take it, if you expect to win a trade when you take it, and you lose, you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel emotional pain because you were expecting a win and you feel like the market took something from you. Like you deserved a win or something. But in reality, you don't deserve shit. The market owes you nothing. Nothing. I think My Fund Futures is a great firm. It's not what I use. No expectations. The only expectation you should have is that you can follow your rules. Exactly. Roger said it well. Now there's a fine line here because sometimes I personally do that and I feel like that messes me up with my confidence a little bit, but that is pretty much what it is. Like just you got to look for like you got to expect to lose. Every time you take a trade and you're like, "Okay, I might lose this. I could lose this trade." Yeah, you could lose this trade. Like just do that, you know? That's what you want to do because then you're pretty much immune to the pain and stuff. I buy eval for getting to know how to live. Depends how much money you have. Like if you're really broke, I'm not saying you're really broke, but if you really can't afford it to lose, if you can't afford to lose an eval or a funded account or multiple, or like maybe you have a monthly income like of like pretty low, you got to be able to afford to lose, right? You got to be able to afford to lose. That's it. That's really it. Yeah, obviously you don't want to go ahead and lose like all your accounts every time. But like I'm just saying you gotta no, I'm not looking to trade. I'm just here answering questions. Simply here answering the questions. Do you only trade your PM model at 2 p.m.? From 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Usually on a good day I'm done within the first 15 to 20 minutes. When everything's nice and aligned and ideal, I guess you could say. But yeah, pretty simple. I wouldn't trade anything here, guys, personally. I was looking for long in this area, but yeah, like I said before, it's already 11:18, right? It's way past my window now. Hold for it long. Do you know how to attack on client capital? I have no idea what client capital is. I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT to explain it to me because I have no idea. Well, boys, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live on Monday for stream number 4. Maybe we'll do like a backtest session in the Discord or something. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate you guys. Join the Clash of Clans clan if you want, or whatever you got to do with your time. And I will see you guys live tomorrow. Sorry, Monday, and in the Discord. Take care, man. Day 3 signing out.